Welcome to City Talk. It's AboutTownDeb, Debbie McCarthy. I'm so excited. This is episode number 12 with Britton Griffith on set.
This is a big deal. So I was here with you for episode number 1.
I know.
And time has flown so fast. We're already in September.
Way too fast.
We are on episode 12. How do you feel? I mean, that's a whole dozen in your back pocket.
I'm not breathing. If I had my watch on, it would say breathe.
Yeah. Inhale, exhale.
It tells me that. Does yours tell you that?
It does. It tells me good workout when I get all frenzied.
I don't ever work out, so I never get good
Mine's
workout.
only when I get neurotic and I jump around like a crazy person.
Oh,
so do you feel good?
I feel really good. And you know, the best part is, you know, About Town Deb, About Town Reno. I'm really my town, any town, your town, let's connect. But for me, Reno has been my home.
Yeah.
You know, I was a caregiver with my dad. I raised my kids here. And we're talking about today I'm calling it what's up downtown, like what's happening, because I feel like we have really stepped it up like 100-fold.
Oh yeah.
Like 110-fold. And I could imagine other communities want to do what we're doing. And they're probably going to be reaching out and saying, how did Reno do that? How do you do that? So I'm really excited to have the Downtown Reno Partnership on the show today to share their passion. And we are so blessed that they're about their heart and soul. It's not just about a job, but I got a paycheck. This is about...
That came from long hours and big hearts.
Dedication. So we are going to show you today that your town as well can make this happen. Yeah. Who's going to be on the show today?
So we are so lucky. So Downtown Reno Partnership is one of my most favorite things about Reno, about the entire planet. And some of our favorite people are with us today. So we have the executive director, Neil will be with us. Nathan will be with us for economic development. And we have Rainey with us, which is one of the ambassadors, which is who everybody kind of picks up on when they see downtown, is the boys in blue and the girls in blue that are our heroes for downtown.
Wait to meet Rainey.
It's so good.
Her spirit is like off the charts.
Yeah,
I'm so excited. And when you told me she was coming on, I was like, yes. I want people to realize that my slogan is together we're one heart. And I feel like we all need to come together. And I know that you hear a lot of come together, but I really mean that.
No, and I think when we were in the COVID times and you did the Together We Are One campaign, the blue bracelets that we all wore, a big part of that was the Downtown Reno Partnership.
It was.
And we were downtown, we were helping those small businesses stay open, we were doing safe and clean, you know, even when our big, you know, we have all our big massive casinos in the heart of our downtown. So when those closed, that was a big dark alley, right?
It was.
And the Downtown Reno Partnership kept us going. They kept businesses opening up or staying open in a lot of creative ways, like the outdoor dining, that experiences that they did at Liberty and other places. So I would honor them with how much work they do every day and also getting us up and out of those really couple of dark years.
And I feel like we are.
Yeah.
We're open, guys. Reno's open.
We're on episode 12 and we are open for business.
So that is what our show is going to be about today.
Yes.
And we want you to stay tuned because we really want you to know that you as well, whatever town you're in, can make this happen. We're not the only ones who struggled. I guarantee it.
No. I think we're a good sample size of a city of what you can look at and things that we've tried over the years. We were saying before we started that you were with Volunteers of America for all that time when you and I were doing it back then. And to see it evolve and to change and to evolve into something that's, you know, that compassionate commerce puzzle piece that's so necessary, and to get the right leaders in place that really make it happen. You can have a lot of busy workers, you can have a lot of great ideas, but you need the leadership and the powerhouses to get it across the finish line. And now things are just moving and churning and growing, which is really exciting to see.
And we love to support local. So speaking of local, Caliber Hair and Makeup, just so you know,
also commenting.
I'm going to turn around. It's my little thing I do. I'm going to be very graceful.
Your Daenerys braids today. And the pearls are just so fantastic. And the earrings.
So labels again. So you noticed the earrings right away, didn't you?
I did notice those right away.
You did, because they're very bold. But I'm going to talk about what I'm wearing first.
Yes.
So when I looked at the black, I'm sure you've heard of white market, white, what is it called? White House Black Market.
White House Black Market, maybe.
And so Labels doesn't normally get those, but they did. And I love off the shoulders, kind of my look. So I picked that. And then I've got this cute Torvet pencil skirt.
I love that.
And my shoes are off sale creative. They're kind of cool. They're Italian shoes and they last forever, Blythe said. I may have to actually buy these. I'm not sure because they're a little bit out of my box, but
I really like them.
But when you go
they showcase your toes
from Soak.
I know.
It's really, I hope that you guys are listening. If you're local, please support our local businesses. But your local town is what matters to us. We want you to be there and do that. But without like Caliber and Blythe with labels and all of the downtown businesses, we wouldn't be where we are today.
Blythe with Labels is in the Riverwalk District, and it was one of those first businesses.
And you're part of it.
Downtown, which is just so fantastic. And now that we have, along in the Truckee River, if you just keep going, you way up the Hub now, and Beaujolais moved over there, and Outsiders Hair Salon, and Dorinda's. But all of that wasn't there, and it's such a beautiful place to market upon so that everybody can enjoy it. But Blythe has been there with Labels from the beginning of time, and she's participated in all the wine walks, come to city meetings.
She does
helped improve infrastructure for, pedestrians when they're traveling, because a lot of people said, well, who's walking downtown? Well, there were people walking downtown, and luckily now we have more.
And now there's more. So we're going to do a quote, and then we come back.
I love these quotes, and I'm really excited for today. I didn't peek at the quotes because I wanted you to surprise me. I didn't.
She didn't. That's good. Okay, don't look. Okay. When you as a city, wait, I did that wrong, but that's okay. When you look at a city, it's like reading the hopes, aspirations, and pride of everyone who built it. Hugh Noel Jacobson. Aww. And I feel like, I don't want to cry. I honestly feel like everyone in the studio today, all of our besties, all of our local businesses, they're the ones providing hope.
Yeah.
So we're going to take a break, and we come back, we're going to share more hope with you. It's AboutTownDeb and Britton Griffith. City Talk, be right back. Welcome back. It's AboutTownDeb with City Talk. Debbie McCarthy, Britton Griffith here on set at Dream Pilot Films in Sparks, Nevada. Who do we have on set today?
We are so lucky, and I'm so excited. We have Neil Majardin here with us, and I call this segment Jardin's Journey.
I love it. I love it.
Special, and it's so exciting, and it's filled with like passion and dedication and the knowledge that comes from being on the city council. So we're just so excited that you're here and that you're joining us today to talk about the new adventures. So welcome.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much for having me. And can I just say, you two ladies are just doing it.
We love
it. Doing it. Well, so I feel honored to be here.
Thank you. And we didn't know until today, but it is lucky number 12. And I consider you our lucky
number
guest.
12 guest.
Okay. I feel lucky to be here.
Okay, but not just that. I'm going off script because I never go on script. If you think about it, when we all met, it was way back when.
Oh, yeah.
And we're all here, and to watch what you have done from before city council to where you are now. Huge. And that your heart has just boom, like grown tremendously. And you never stop.
I know.
And Britton never stops.
You're also known as the Sunrise Queen.
I am.
So I don't know if you sleep.
I sleep very little, and I am up well before the sun. So
I need you to call me and wake me up.
Can you call both of us?
I'm asleep.
What time do you get up?
I get up between 4 and 4:30 in the morning.
Oh my
No way.
Yes, I do.
What time do you go to bed?
Oh, early. I'm a 8:30, 9
See,
sort of
I
girl.
go to bed early.
I cannot go to bed 8:30 or 9. It has to be like 10 or 11 at least.
I get in bed at like 8:30.
And you're like, what the heck?
It doesn't mean I'm asleep at that time. It means I am just starting to settle in. I have a little dog who likes to get up really early, so he rules my house and my world.
He is very sweet.
Yes, his name's Duke. He's very sweet.
Okay, I'm letting you take it from here. I just had to go off
So
script.
we teased everybody, right? Here's this great Jardin journey, but let's give them some context.
Yes.
So your passion, and Debbie used the word tremendous because that is the right word.
Yeah.
Your leadership and talking about what you want to see and then doing what you want to see and being part of the change is like something I've never seen. We hear a lot of talk in the community, right? You just do. You hear a lot of visions and plans. I remember meeting with you at one of the first things I ever did with the city, and I came to your office and you were working on a pedestrian safety thing and you were working on it, and then you stayed with it and you stuck with it. And so I just admired that and I loved it. And so your journey has been part of my journey because I followed you and when I wanted to be a part of what you were doing, and I just respected everything you did, and I just cared so much about what you cared for. So give people that don't know and fangirl over you for the last 12 years.
Because we have.
I fangirled over you.
We're fanning.
Some background about what carried you, because we do know you were an elected official. That's a tough gig, and it's tough to, stay passionate about the things that are just daily in your task list that come up that have to. And then you use that to make the DRP, right? That business improvement district create. And then you moved on into the position. So just give us a little bit about what that change looked like and that transformation and how you got to be on Debbie's couch.
Well,
my
fantastic.
couch.
Yes, thank you.
Our couch.
My journey starts, I'm a farm girl. I grew up on a farm on the banks of the Truckee River out near Fernley.
I didn't even know that.
So I think some of my discipline and some of my wanting to see tasks from inception to completion come from the discipline of that environment. Probably the getting up at the crack of dawn.
I was going to say, probably the
came from that too, as well. And I just love this community and everything about it. And whether it was my 20 years at the law firm where I worked, or getting into the political arena, I always want to see things from an idea and an inception to completion. Yeah. I am not about a meeting to talk about a meeting, to discuss a meeting about a meeting. I want to actually see
that could have been an email.
That could have been an email, or not at all, and just getting something done. And so that's always been my approach, is if there's a problem that needs a resolution, I want to find out the way in which to solve the problem, make some improvements. And that has carried me through, my 10 years on the council, and then the formation of the DRP, and then me being the executive director of it now.
So fantastic. I know. I like how she squeezes it all in into
she just did it.
Yes.
Here's a lifetime that most people will never, ever accomplish, and I'll bring it through in a couple of seconds.
As I had mentioned earlier, I really feel like you're about the heart and soul. And thank you for having her on our show today. Because I was just wondering, like, how do you feel about it? What makes it, what is our city, how does it make the heart and soul of Reno, the whole Downtown Reno Partnership? And a lot of people don't really, when you say our Reno,
Downtown Reno Partnership.
And so but now people say our
DRP.
Our DRP, but a lot of people don't know what that means. So tell us about the heart of that.
So the Downtown Reno Partnership is what I would say is the heartbeat of Reno. It is downtown Reno. Downtowns are very unique creatures that have a special place in a community, and they have a special set of needs as well. And Reno is no different. We are very fortunate in our downtown that we have an amazing Tier 1 university right up the street and an incredible river right down the street.
I know.
And we are right at the center of that. So we are the heart of all of that. And downtowns need extra attention. They need extra security. They need extra cleaning. They need extra social services. They need extra of all the things that government on a surface level can only provide so much.
This much.
They can only provide so much. So the community got together and the property owners got together and said, we need a higher level of all these things. And they did a self-assessment. And they said, we're going to put an assessment on our own properties so that we can get some of these augmented services. We can get cleaner streets, we can get safer streets, we can get more social services. And out of that, just 6 short years ago, is how the Downtown Reno Partnership was born, was out of the community, the businesses, the residents saying, we deserve more, and we're going to put some serious skin in the game.
Has it been 6 years?
It's been 6 years.
I know.
Yes. I remember when you first, 6 years.
Yes.
And I bet a lot of people thought it's not going to work.
Well,
I think there was probably a few. I have a lot of people who are like, I don't go downtown anymore.
Well, there's always naysayers.
No, but I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
But I feel like when you go down there now and you have your ambassadors, which we'll talk about next segment, you feel like you see those blue shirts and you see them and whew, if I have a situation, I could flag down a blue shirt, an ambassador, and I feel like the ambassadors that are on your team are really about the heart and soul of Reno too. That's without them, you wouldn't be able to even do what you're doing.
The ambassadors are everything, and now that they work 24/7 in our 24/7 town,
I know.
It's just beautiful. And our goal at the Downtown Reno Partnership is really to be a reflection of what the community wants. And about 7 years ago, there was a Reimagine Reno study that was done. And it was on the city on the whole. It was everybody. Didn't matter where you lived in the city. You participated in the survey. And everybody said the number one thing they wanted to see improved was downtown. So out of that, and out of a need to do something differently, the community came together and did some best practices research and said, we want to form this business improvement district, and we named it the Downtown Reno Partnership, and here we are. 6 short years later.
7 years, it just seems so
It seems
crazy.
like it was just like yesterday.
I know.
But when you see everything that you've accomplished, and we do want to try to get one more question in before our next break.
So Debbie made a good point that there are naysayers.
I'm just being honest.
Right?
Just being
honest.
honest.
This is one of those things that was so unique because you had people that were going to have to be a part of the solution step forward and say, I'm willing to work on this myself. So that was a positive thing, but there are some obstacles. So what would you say were some of the unforeseen obstacles and then unforeseen like good things that you're like, oh wow, this was something really easy that we can get over and pass this hurdle?
You know, I think the best thing, and there's always going to be naysayers. I mean, there's always going to be, 10 years in politics taught me to not read the comments.
That's a good point.
We should all know that.
And to believe. You opened this segment by talking about believe.
Yeah.
And that was a group of people that came together and said, we believe in a better downtown. We're going to do things to make it better. We have some issues we're still working on, but it's that group of motivated people that really have skin in the game that believe that the future of Reno and downtown Reno is bright and looking better every day, and we believe.
I love that. Believe in Reno.
It's almost time for break. We still have more questions, and I'm going to do a quote. And can we keep you here for just a little bit longer?
We're not going to let
and
it go.
Rainy's going to come in next segment. So here's the quote. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go. The one thing that all great cities have in common is they are all different.
Oh.
Kate Blanchett. And I feel like we are all different, but we are all together with one heart. We'll be right back. See you after break.
In a world where most of us don't often think about what it means to be in an emergency, there's one thing that's certain. At St. Mary's, we're grateful for our fellow emergency medical service responders who do. And although we're not firefighters, EMTs, paramedics, or police officers, the care we provide begins with them. And at St. Mary's, we appreciate you, helping us to offer the lowest ER wait times in the area. We thank you for partnering and providing compassionate care day and night. From St. Mary's, we thank you for all that you do.
Welcome back. It's About Town Deb, Debbie McCarthy with City Talk. We are on set at Dream Pilot Films. Britton Griffith, co-host.
Yes.
Happy to have you back.
So thankful to
So,
be here.
tell me what we're talking about this
I'm
segment.
so ecstatic.
I'm so excited.
I get to be the lucky person.
Yes.
I'm lucky person number 12 to introduce Rainey Holtzman, who is our ambassador.
Woo!
And we called you today for the Heroes in Blue because in downtown you're always in blue, right? The ambassadors are. So when they come downtown and they see you, then they know they're in the right spot, in the right place. So we're so excited that you're here.
Thank you.
And just to have everybody representing. So we've got our executive director now, our ambassadors, and then we have one final surprise guest at the end.
It's so exciting. I'm for me, I just feel like I'm so honored to have you here, Rainey. I mean, I heard about you and what you're doing, and we're going to talk about that. But to be, you seem, I mean, maybe you're older than you look, but can I ask how old you are?
I'm 25.
25.
I hope I look this young forever. But
You look really young. But the point is at 25 that you are an ambassador for your town.
Yeah,
crazy,
it's really
huh?
cool.
And you're out there.
I know.
And you're there representing
all of Reno,
and you're dealing with people who have questions and need help. And you're there with your heart and soul to say, I got you.
yeah.
It's like,
It's big.
I'm in awe. Like, I just want to like frame you, and I want every other young adult to see what you're doing and to follow your example.
Thank you.
Yeah, no kidding.
That none of that's scripted. I'm just talking through my heart.
Because that's
We're just in awe.
Thank you. That's
so thank
very
you.
kind of you. Thank
I'll
you.
let you take it from
Yeah,
here. I can't even breathe right now.
I know you've starstruck, Debbie.
I know, I'm starstruck.
So now people are used to seeing you out and about, right? These, the heroes in blue, come downtown, ask questions. Like Debbie said, sometimes maybe you get in a dark situation or dark out. You want to walk back to your car. There's all kinds of things that pop up in downtown. So what's some of the things that you want people to know about ambassadors that maybe we don't have on our constant note cards that we say? Is there stuff that happens every day or things about your team that you really enjoy or things like that, or maybe a little surprising that they don't know about a downtown job?
So, I think that a lot of people, when they do see us, they see the
what can you say what that means? You said CSAC?
I just see us, they see.
Oh, see us, they see. Okay, just making sure.
When they see us,
more acronyms.
When they see us, they see the information on our shirts. I can always tell you where you can go get food, where maybe what events are happening downtown and stuff like that. But I don't think that people really realized the true things that we are doing consistently every day, and that's working with the houseless community. And so I always love to tell people about what exactly I do. So I'm actually on the outreach team. I'm primarily referring those who want the help to resources such as simple things, where to get food, where to get clothes. But then bigger things, if they want to get into detox or if they want to get into housing, it's that's what I do. And I don't want people to just see the blue or just to see the Segway and they're oh, they're just out here keeping Reno safe. Yes, of course. But I'm out here building relationships. I'm out here building trust every day with new people all the time. And I just want, and our entire ambassador team, they deserve all the praise in the world, because we have to deal with, so many different things,
That's true. And I love how you said that every day you do build trust, because it's a thing that you have to do consecutively, day after day, hour after hour, because otherwise, as soon as you're gone, there's this hole and people say, well, what happened to all of that work that we did? So being there and being present, and the turnover is slower, so they see the same people even in those blue shirts, is just huge.
Yeah.
I'm speechless. But I would love you to share, has there been a story that's really touched your heart, or where you thought, man, this was really challenging, but I made it through it, and we're on the other side? Is there a story that you can share with us that really touched your heart? I'm sure there's hundreds.
I know there's probably.
What's so goofy is that the one story that always comes to my mind is David. Oh. My coworker David. The David that is now famous David, that is all over the news. I watched him when he was out on the streets, and I saw how broken he was, and I saw him every day. I built a relationship with him. I hung out with him. I talked to him. There were times where I'd sit for 45 minutes and just have such meaningful conversations with him. And then it was me and my coworker, we'd tell him David, the day you want to get better, we're going to be here for you. You let us know, we'll get you a job. I told him, I'll go to church with you. Just, we're here for you every step of the way. And he had a light and a kindness to his heart. And I mean, now all of a sudden, boom, he's working with us. This man, is the definition of strength that I see. And just to have him on our team, you have no idea what he brings to the table. He is just awesome. And I think that that's my favorite story, because I saw him from where he was 2 years ago to now. It's incredible. And he's one of my best friends. He's so cool.
Awesome. So talk about building trust. You built a relationship that then brought him into the team and into the fold, that then makes the entire organization stronger.
Yep.
Yeah.
David Papaleo is a rock star. He is a rock star that is the picture of, by staying consistent with your building relationships and trust with somebody, and having faith and belief, back to that word again, that they have a brighter future, that they can turn it around from issues that were keeping them in a dark space, to now he's been with us for just over a year, I think, and he does a great job. He's fantastic.
You believed in him, he believed back, and now he believes in himself.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I got to ask you a question.
Okay.
Years back, when we were highly involved with I'm still involved with Volunteers of America. We did the This Is Homelessness, where I got to go out with other media people and be on the streets, and
That's right.
it really I learned a lot. And a lot of the family members that I met they were family out there. They're family, and a lot of them I don't want to go in a shelter because I want to protect this young gal. I want to protect my dog or different things. Is there somebody that you've met besides David who you heard the story and you're like, I totally got your back and I'm here for you? Is there another story that really showed you that what you're doing right now is definitely making a difference?
I love that question. Oh gosh. There was this woman, she lived in her van with her cat, and she was such a sweetheart, and her cat was so cute, and she had actually ended up calling the hotline, and she was like, I am at this location behind this building, my car doesn't work, and sure enough, it had no wheels. She had nowhere to go. She was living in this vehicle. And she was like, I know that I'm far away from downtown, but I need your help. Me and my cat need to get out of here. I don't know what to do. And she had trouble walking and stuff like that. So sure enough, me and my coworker were there. We're talking with her, and she's like, look, I want to go to the women's shelter. I want to get my cat vaccinated. My cat can't I can't keep being in this car. My cat can't keep being in this car. So we're like, okay. So we put her and her cat in the company van. We took them down to the Humane Society, got that kitty cat vaccinated. But then we took them to our police women's shelter. She was there for a few months, and they were thriving. Unfortunately, she did pass away, which is it is something that just happens on this field that we have to accept. But just to be able to just see that kind of 180 turnaround, it was just so cool. Because we would come and we would visit with her, we'd have phone calls with her, and just to see the way that she transformed physically, even from being in a van to being able to have access to resources consistently, like food, clothing, hygiene, stuff like that. She looked great.
I love that she knew to call you.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Isn't that great?
She's like, I'm ready for something better for myself and my feline.
And that happens.
And she knew who to call to get her to the next stage.
And that happens too, is that we get phone calls from people we've never met. They just hear about us, and that's I'm like, yes, tell me what
yes,
we
will come
I will
and help
come.
you.
So
Yeah.
we're almost out of time. Is there a question you really want to get across before we head to break?
I just think that alone, the magnitude of what small things do every day, right? It's the moments that make the biggest changes, and so it's just so special. And when you see them every single day, and it's just, and you guys are in the thick of it. The offices are down in downtown. It's not a remote type of situation. So just to see the boots in the ground, I think are so fantastic.
Thank you.
They're out there doing the hard work, 365, 24 hours a day, in the extreme heat, in the incredible cold. They're doing the work that we often don't see, but we certainly appreciate. And again, the ambassadors of the heart and soul.
Okay, this is it. It's an important question. You sitting here, I want you to reach out, and if somebody is watching or a family member is watching and says, I have a family member right now, whether it's streets of Reno, New York, wherever it is, what would you tell that family member to do, to take that first step?
I would say call our hotline. Would you like me to say the number?
I would love you to.
It's 775-313-4080. Just call. Give us something to do. That's why I always like to say, give us something to do.
I like that.
But truly, we're here to help. I want you to know that we're here to help you. You don't have to be alone in this situation. My job is to know everything that's going on in Reno regarding resources. So give me something to do, and I'm happy to just help out in any way that I can.
That was the best.
Thank you. We're going to end with a quick quote. One of the marvelous things about community is that it enables us to welcome and help people in any way we couldn't as individuals. Jean Vanier. Mm-hmm. So thank you for helping all of us individuals in our time of needs. It's AboutTownDeb, Britton, City Talk. We'll be right back.
Join the Circle of Life at the Lion King. Experience the world's #1 musical. Don't miss your chance to see The Lion King, one of the most awe-inspiring productions ever brought to life on stage.
Coming to Grand Theater at Grand Sierra Resort November 9th through 19th. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com.
Welcome back to City Talk with AboutTownDeb. My name is Britton Griffith. I'm so excited to be co-hosting because we are episode 12 and we are here with one of my idols.
I know.
And also one of my best friends, who is the expert in economic development. Nathan, thank you for coming to City Talk.
Thank you, Britton. Thank you for the kind words.
Yeah, I'm so excited. So Neil has known you forever. I have, and Debbie has. But we're just so excited to have you on the show today because you are one of Reno's key experts on economic development. And we were teasing before, which includes stats and data. But it really is more than that, right? So just tell us a little bit about the economic development chair or arm of the Downtown Reno Partnership, right? DRP, ED, we got a lot of things going on.
Lots of
a little bit about, give them some concept of what that's like.
Right. So in Northern Nevada, over the past, almost full decade, the economy has evolved from a tourism and a hospitality focused industry to shifting more towards advanced manufacturing, tech, and knowledge workers. And the built environment of downtown has lagged behind catching up with that economy. So what we're doing now is really trying to, create that fertile soil in downtown to welcome in that new economy of, tech, knowledge workers, and that. So we're seeing that shift of, we still have gaming and hospitality. It's very stable. It's not going anywhere. Yeah. But we need to start accommodating more for, the new industries and, the new types of employees that we're seeing. And a lot of them, they want to live in an urban environment. They want to live in a downtown. So really what we're working towards now is increasing that residential density of downtown and making those opportunities happen. So then all the other supporting industries can come in to build from that.
I like it. It's like a welcome mat.
It's a welcome mat. City. But how are we doing that? I mean, I've been watching over the last few years, and I see lots of development, and it's amazing. But what are the key points that how you start with the development? Where do you start with day one? We have to do this to bring in these people.
So with regards to the Downtown Reno Partnership and economic development, we didn't start doing that until the DRP was already around for just over a year. The philosophy behind that was you had to get the ambassadors to come in and help stabilize the streets, create that friendlier, cleaner, safer environment, and then bring in marketing to promote all those things. And now once, that started to happen, then we could bring in the economic development and try to do more of traditional things like attracting investors, attracting developers, new business, maybe even recruiting retail brands. And then we had a lot of that momentum going into the beginning of 2020, and then the pandemic came.
Yeah, dang, that weird year. 2020.
Yeah, go away, 2020.
We just can't get away from it.
Hindsight, it's 2020.
We can't talk about the economic development downtown without including that story, because then it shifted much more towards focusing on supporting the businesses that were there and trying to help them survive through that process and being an expert on those different resources that were available. And then we come out of that pandemic into kind of uncertain economic times. And so a lot of people right now are just kind of in a wait and see attitude. So where our efforts have shifted more focus into kind of the placemaking and the activation of downtown. Neil could talk about our vacant storefront improvement program where we're putting the murals downtown,
talk about that,
focusing on events. And do you want to say anything about that?
So Nathan is the expert on all the data, and data is what drives all things. And it is clear that while the major development may be on a bit of a lull until maybe some things change, interest rates, et cetera, what hasn't changed is the community's desire to have a place to gather, see things, taste things, hear things, enjoy things. I
love that. Yeah, the sense of everything.
It's
the sense
people
of downtown.
are just eager to get together and have a good time. And we coupled that with areas of downtown that needed some love. whether it be where our offices are located, which is the old RTC bus station, which was blighted and dark and awful for a long time. We created that into an event called Downtown Tuesdays, the second Tuesday of each month. We bring in food trucks and musicians. And
local musicians.
And it has been amazing. And it is very much locally based. We want visitors to enjoy it as well, but it's for people living downtown, working downtown. We're activating spaces, Locomotion Plaza. We are really that, while other things may take a little
percolating,
we want everybody to know that downtown is open, downtown is safe and friendly and vibrant, and we want everybody to come down and have a good time. And while you're at it, you might see a space that you can envision a business for the future, and we can be that connection between what your vision is and maybe the facility and maybe what its zoning is or what its leases are, et cetera, and help connect those dots.
So I'm kind of new to technology. Yes, I have to do social media and Facebook, but this whole let's talk owl, AI. It says AI. He's owl to me. See, I'm not a tech person.
I love it.
Let's talk owl.
Al's the artificial intelligence.
I'm talking to
person.
Al. So tell us about Al. When it comes to all the events downtown, Reno is known for, it seems like almost every week.
Yeah.
We have it. So how does
even our Tuesdays are busy.
Yeah. So tell me about Mr. Owl.
So let me provide some context since you're mentioning AI and artificial intelligence. We use a foot traffic data platform called Placer.ai.
Okay.
And it's not traditional artificial intelligence like what people are seeing with ChatGPT and other things like that. The machine learning component of it is the way they normalize the foot traffic numbers to where we can actually get very accurate estimates. And so it's mobile device tracking data. It's nothing new. There's a huge data market for that stuff.
Watch your feet?
Well, it's so people have apps on their phone where they opt into 24/7. So think like fitness apps, shopping apps, car insurance apps, other things where people they opt into that. They want the user experience. They're providing their location. Well, that gets anonymized. It's completely anonymized, and it basically just gets put on the open data market. And so the platform that we use called Placer, they get what they call footfalls in different geo-fenced areas, and so we can estimate foot traffic at different businesses, at different venues, different areas of downtown. So I have some of those different events, and so I have some of those numbers.
You have stats?
Yeah,
I'm excited.
Let's get to the stats.
The proof is in the pudding.
I want the proof in the pudding.
We're excited about numbers.
So hopefully Al likes pudding. I don't know.
They do.
So from 4 of the big summer events, I'll just start off with Riverfest, which was June 9th through 11th. That was my mother's birthday weekend.
Happy birthday weekend.
Birthday, Mom.
If you remember, Riverfest used to happen in May.
Yeah.
And this year they started doing it in June, and instead of doing 2 days, they made it 3 days. And so that brought 112% increase in the visitors to Riverfest.
See?
So
Numbers.
more than double that. So they saw about 14,000 people come through Riverfest for that weekend event. And it was, the weather was still cool. We had a very cool June, and so that one did really well. So big kudos to the people that organized that event. Another landmark downtown event is the Barbecue Blues and Brews Festival.
We were there. I think we were all together offline for that one.
So this year was their 27th annual, which took place June 16th and 17th. And then, if you remember, June was just beautiful for this event.
It was.
And so that saw a 31% increase over 2022 numbers. So they saw just over 17,000 people come downtown for that event.
That's a lot of people.
Big one. And then we've got the Reno Wing Fest, which we recently saw you at recently.
Judging the wings. Yes, you were too.
That was just over 30,000 people, and that was a 16.7% increase from last year.
Isn't that wild?
This is incredible.
And so what we're seeing is it's showing that people do want to come out. They do want to have these events and experience these. And, year over year, it's increasing. And so that's something that we expect to see is now that there's these different experiences.
I just like that you have the numbers and the stats to showcase real trends. Because we get to it, right? We get in all our meetings or,
it's different. This is real time.
Yeah, it's real time. And then
real
we can
people.
really say what worked and what didn't. Because otherwise, even when you're in an event yourself, you're not quite sure if it's working or not because you're in it. You're worried about the details and all that.
But you can't see around.
And the last one, Hot August Nights, and this is all stuff that's taking place on Virginia Street where it's closed. So I know Hot August Nights is a citywide event.
Right. So,
but just in the downtown portion, they saw nearly 40,000 people come through that area, which was a 14.4% increase over last year.
Moral of the story, special events are really special and important to the vibrancy of any downtown, whether it's a legacy event or new events. It's important that we support those.
That's so true, because special events are really just the baseline for any city, right? What's going on? Hey, I'm coming to visit you this weekend. What's going on?
And people always ask me that.
And they always want to know.
Town.
It doesn't matter.
They want to be a part of our town.
Yep.
They want to know what's happening in Reno.
It's like a way to flesh out the city, to showcase what's so great about it. So,
we're going to take another break. You guys are staying because we're going to come back because we still have another very important question to ask you. So I'm going to end with a quote for this one, but we're coming back. Here we go. In every community, there is work to be done. In every nation, there are wounds to be healed. In every heart, there is power to do it.
That's a good one.
That is a great one.
So before I cry, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back with our thank yous. It's About Town Deb and Britton with City Talk.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch.
The timeless story you know and love is now Broadway's #1 holiday hit musical, Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the musical. Catch the Grinch in this heartwarming holiday classic, perfect for the entire family. 100 times better than any bedtime story. Cheers the New York Times. November 21st through 26th, Pioneer Center. On sale at pioneercenter.com or the Pioneer Center box office. Catch the Grinch live for the holidays.
Welcome back to our final segment. It's About Town Deb, Debbie McCarthy with City Talk, Britton Griffith. What a amazing number 12
Isn't
show.
it? It's good. Now you have a baker's dozen next time and we'll be good to go.
I'm
what
so
a summer.
It's the best part for me is that y'all know I'm about town. I love our town. I really do. It's my heart and soul. And I love doing my quotes. And at break, Nathan said he has a quote. So before we go on back to Britton, what's your quote?
So my quote is...
Oh, you brought one?
Yeah. Well, I knew it. I wrote it down so I didn't forget it.
I'm so excited.
It's cities have the opportunity of providing something for everybody only because and only when they are created by everybody.
Oh, yes.
Nice.
And that's, you know who that is?
No.
Jane Jacobs.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
No.
See?
That's
Jane
incredible.
knows what's that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's all yours now.
I love it.
I have to take a breath now.
So we talked a lot about how the DRP was formed, what downtowns need, why they're different. And everybody's got a crystal ball that we hope to see certain things. And you guys have really proven what happens when you put passion and knowledge behind an organization, right? Mm-hmm. Now we have the bandwidth and the really superpowers that are working together. So what is your best forecast and future that you guys see for downtown?
Well, so we definitely do have our finger on the pulse of downtown.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the data every single day, and then our ambassadors are out there in the streets, and then Neoma has coordinated it all. So we probably better than most have that sense. And we talked about what a great summer we had for our events. That was a big indicator that we were looking at. Is we had to have a big summer for the special events, and we were able to do that. So that is going to restore a lot of confidence that, yes, you can come downtown. The events are here to stay, and they're doing well. But like we mentioned, there was kind of times of certain economic uncertainties, we can say. And so a lot of people are just, developers, would-be investors are in that wait-and-see attitude. But there are still a lot of things going on. We have 115 residential units that were just recently completed in downtown that are open for now and moving people in.
Whoa.
And then we have...
I think they'll be gone by the time this is over, but...
We have
they might be.
658 currently under construction that will be opening sometime next year. And that does not include the Reno City Center project, which is still happening. Which
I'm glad that you noted that.
500 units. So that will bring up another 1,300 units by the end of next year. So that's, like we talked about before, the residential density increasing, bringing in those supporting industries, bringing in that demand and that more vibrancy for activation and things like that.
And it's a good point because it's people that live here that we were just talking about, but also people that really live there, right? That can see it 24/7 instead of just people that use downtown as kind of their place, to go and visit as the heart of their city. But some people are there 24/7, like you all are, to work there. But Neoma, your point that to believe in what is happening is kind of just as important as visualizing that future, right?
Yeah.
You do all the work and then you want to see it come to fruition.
To bring it kind of full circle, it's the whole thing of we have a community that doesn't just live here, they love here.
That's true.
It is
They
a
love
passion
here.
about our community. And I think sometimes maybe we forget just how amazing our community is. And so I think believing not only in what is, but what can be, and telling those stories. Don't let the negative Nellies write the script. Tell the positive story. Tell about the new business that opened. Tell about the success. Tell about the new things and exciting things going on. Because there's so many of them. So just believe the future's bright and downtown is the heart of it all.
And Deb, it's so true, right? If that's the community coming together to build the community they want to see, which is what you're all about, is making sure, and that's why I like Nathan's quote, right? It's built by everyone for everyone. And I think that you guys do that every day.
They totally do. And I feel like, as we mentioned in the beginning, we've known you for a long time and we've watched you as you continue to grow our city, and you keep taking positions where you get closer to your heart. And that shows that you actually believe that word again, and you believe in us.
I do.
And we believe in each other. And we know that whatever town you're in, whether you're in Reno, Carson, Tahoe, whatever one, we really want you to believe in your community, in your downtown. Yes, we're talking about our downtown, but we believe in your downtown. So if your downtown needs help, contact us, and we'll get you with our downtown.
And we learn from you by traveling to all those cities like we do. We pick up on stuff.
It's not just Reno. It's all of us that come together to make a difference, and that's why together we're one heart. And I'm just so grateful. I honestly am grateful that you both are here, because Reno is such a big part of my heart. And I know I say about Papa Tony, because of my dad being his caregiver, he has a hashtag Papa Tony Reno, and it's up now. He should be heaven, Papa Tony Reno in heaven. Yeah. But without him, and without having the ability to be his caregiver and have the time to really know our city and to watch it grow, has been a blessing. So I'm going to thank our sponsors, and then we'll do another quote, and then we'll let you each say one quick little thing. So without Dream Pilot Films,
it's so beautiful here,
isn't it?
This has been a dream come true.
It is a dream come true.
So now I know where they got their name.
Dream Pilot, yes.
They got their name because they make dreams come true.
Courtney and Chris, Design on Edge.
Yeah,
we have all been together for many years. Kim Surratt, Surratt Law. If you need anything with Kim, please contact her. Contact her and her team. Caliber Hair and Makeup, labels. We got Soak, Nail Spa. We have Dorinda's. We have Kimmy Candy, Dulce Vita, Unite Hair Products. As we said, labels. DigiPrint does so much for our community. David does plenty of donations, and he helps. He loves our community. And of course, Grandma B, I love you.
Hi,
and
Grandma B.
You bought the set, and without you pushing me towards my dreams, I wouldn't be here right now, so I'm grateful. I'm going to give one last quote. Before that, can you just say one thing that you would like to share that is close to your heart?
Downtown is rising. I keep telling people it's going to go through the biggest economic expansion it's ever seen in the next few years. So look towards spring.
And
because you're the data man.
And that's who you have to listen to, because we have proof.
And you, Neoma.
Just sincere thanks. Thanks to you guys in this forum. Thanks to allowing us to share our message and what we're doing. And thanks in advance to the community for their, belief in the future of Reno. That's where my heart is downtown, and my love of the city of Reno.
The heart of downtown.
It's Britton. So fantastic. I just think that this is my most favorite people in a room, and so I'm so thankful that you guys made time to come here, because it's huge what you do. So I'm thankful I got to spend an afternoon with you by tricking you into coming and talking about all you do. But just, it is magnificent to see it actually happen. And there's so many meetings, right? Meetings.
But things are happening.
But they actually happen when you go to Downtown Reno Partnership. And they don't happen in big binders of,
They're with people.
Things that we're going to maybe do. They're action plans that come to fruition really quickly. And I think that that's just so important to see because it shows us what is possible and we can keep moving forward, which is always what you guys make sure
so with that, my final quote, because it's all going to blend together. You're going to love this. Here it is. Too often, we underestimate the power of a touch, a smile, a kind word, a listening ear, an honest compliment, or the smallest act of caring, all of which has potential to turn a life around. That is what you are doing, and that is what our ambassadors do every day. So this quote is from me to all the ambassadors all over the world. We love you. It's About Town Deb. See you next week. Remember, together we're one heart.